What's up, everyone? Tactical Turtleneck here, and guess what? The House passed a bill that would finally remove suppressors from the National Firearms Act. And if that sentence didn't just give you like a half chub, you're probably Chris Murphy. For everyone else with functioning hearing and a basic grasp of physics, let me explain. Suppressors, yes, the things movies call silencers, have been treated like weapons of mass destruction since 1934. To legally own one, you have to submit fingerprints, beg the ATF for approval, wait months, pay $200 for the privilege, and register your fucking existence like you're trying to adopt a child from North Korea. All because Congress back then watched one too many movies and wanted to ensure you fucking suffered for it and had to pay for it. But now, finally, the House passed the big, beautiful, chaotic Frankenstein bill called the One Big Beautiful Bill Act that includes section 112029, which removes suppressors from the NFA entirely. Meaning, they'd finally be treated like normal firearms, just subject to background check for sure, but not taxed, tracked, or treated like nuclear fission in a tube.
Nice.
Now, while I believe the NFA should be abolished in totality, and all the people that support it should be, of course, thrown into a gulag in the middle of the tundra, this is a step towards common sense. This should be the most boring, most obviously bipartisan win in modern history. You know why? Because in most civilized countries, suppressors are mandatory. In the UK and New Zealand, they're considered courtesy accessories. If you go shooting without one over there, people look at you like you just farted during fucking communion. But here in the US, if you try to protect your hearing while firing your completely legal rifle, the federal government treats you like you're planning the Joker's third act. And of course, liberals like Chris Murphy from Connecticut are crying about it, without knowing anything about guns, as per usual. Tweeting out, a hidden provision of the bill, wait for it, legalizes gun silencers. What? So now criminals will be able to hide their crimes and police will lose the ability to respond to mass shootings. What the fuck? First of all, Chris, maybe lay off the SVU reruns and The View. And you know what? Stop watching TV altogether. You're far too fucking stupid. Suppressors do not make guns silent. They reduce the decibel level from ear-shattering to still pretty goddamn fucking loud. A suppressed AR-15 is still louder than a jackhammer. It doesn't just whisper, pew pew. No. It screams, I'm fucking here, bitch. Second, if someone is committing a mass shooting, the thing that makes it hard to stop them isn't the sound signature. It's the response time, and the fact that you and your buddies continue defunding the police while simultaneously disarming the population that could react much quicker. Suppressors are not really for criminals. They're for hunters, range shooters, veterans, and yes, the average American who doesn't want their fucking eardrum gang fucked like a Call of Duty flashbang every time they squeeze the trigger.
Dude, why is it that when I flash somebody, it's like I just slapped them in the face with a fucking napkin from a little kid's birthday party? But when I get fucking flashed, it's like some big brolic black dude named fucking Raquel pulls a fucking bedsheet over the head of my head and just proceeds to skull fuck me!
Let's not forget, the real reason they were regulated wasn't crime. It was a tax. A bureaucratic money grab that was dressed up as morality. The ATF doesn't care about your safety. They never have. They care about your $200, which, by the way, adjusted for inflation is like $4,500 since the law was passed. That's what you've been paying for your right to not go deaf. The House bill strikes that tax, treats suppressors like regular firearms, and the language is bird rule compliant because the NFA has always been a taxation scheme, not a safety regulation. That's how it was upheld in court. So unless the Senate wants to get into a slap fight with the Supreme Court and their own reconciliation lawyers, they need to pass the damn bill. And yes, I know it's not law yet. The Senate still needs to approve it. The president still needs to sign it. But this is the first time in nearly 100 years that Congress might actually remove something from the NFA instead of adding more garbage to it. It's like waking up and finding out that the IRS burned itself down and left you a thank you card. God, that sounds awesome. And look, I know what happens next. The same people who think suppressors turn guns into whispering death wands are going to come crawling out of the woodwork. Reddit commies will cry, more than they usually do. CNN will run B-roll of war crimes. And every anti-gun politician who thinks suppressors are like GoldenEye or John Wick, you know, that scene in the train, yeah, they're gonna scream, "This is how the world ends." But the world doesn't end when law-abiding Americans gain back 1 inch of their rights. No. It ends when the people who swore to protect those rights, who literally swore an oath, decide hearing protection is too dangerous to be trusted with the public. And we already live in that timeline. So yeah, go ahead, pass the damn bill. Let the suppressors be free. Let the tax die. Let Chris Murphy and Harry Sisson continue blowing dudes in a parking lot in Connecticut, probably. I don't have any definitive proof of this happening, but God, it wouldn't fucking surprise me. So I'm gonna say allegedly, just to cover my ass. Allegedly, probably, maybe. I could see it happening. Either fucking way. Fuck the NFA, fuck the ATF, and if you come near my fucking dog, I have a great amount of fucking property.